Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Business and Entrepreneurship session of the Skillveda Summer Internship Program. Today's topic is entrepreneurial mindset and startup thinking. This session is not about big business words or difficult theory. It is about learning how to think like a founder. We will talk about how to see problems around you as chances to build something new. You will learn how to turn a small idea into a simple plan, how to take the first step without waiting to be perfect, and why trying and failing is a part of success. The goal is simple: to help you start thinking like a creator, not just a student. No pressure, no complex stuff, just real thinking that you can use in school, in life, and in your future. Let's begin. Let's extend a warm welcome to Dr. Samriti Mahajan, our expert trainer, educationist, and consultant. She is all set to guide you through this exciting learning journey. Welcome, Dr. Samriti.
Hi, good afternoon, Twinkle ma'am. Thank you so much for such a nice opening script, which gave us all energy, and we all are full of enthusiasm now. So we have our students, but I am able to see only one student's face. How about others?
Please switch on your cameras. Nihit, you are the group leader of the business and entrepreneurship now. At least motivate your friends to join the session. Okay.
How about others? Fast, fast. Ananya, what happened? Oh. Ankit Raj, Aditya Gupta, Mohit,
Please switch on your cameras,
Aryan,
everyone.
Piyush, Priyanshu, Vidhi. Kindly turn on your camera so that we can see your beautiful faces in the morning. Okay, so let me just share my screen for a better outlook. That's why we are today here. Just let me know, is it visible to everyone? The full screen? Yes, Nihit, is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
The
Yes,
full
ma'am.
screen, the bigger version you can see?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very nice, Ananya. You remember that we need to react with good emojis, right? Very good. How about others? Let's post some good emojis. Okay, Nihit with thumbs up. Fine. So why we are today here, we just need to know that what is the motto. So today we are going on a journey into how the world's most exciting companies were built. That we need to know. And more importantly, that how you can develop the mindset to build something great. So before I begin, I just want you guys to close your eyes for just 5 seconds and think about one application or one app. Either you can think about one product, or even you can think about the business that you cannot imagine without living today. Have you guys got my question? What you need to think? Yes, okay. Start thinking of any application, any product, any business that you cannot imagine living without today. Done thinking? If done, I need any of the two volunteers to just let me know what they thought of. I need leaders, proactive leaders, जो खुद से unmute करे and answer फटाफट से. I need those.
Ma'am, ma'am,
Yes. You don't need to ask, may I?
ma'am,
Listen, this is
okay.
your learning session, right? You need to learn. जितना interact करोगे उतना learn करोगे. You guys are here to learn, right? So start interacting, start talking. Even you guys can let me know that, ma'am, you please pause down. Let us speak now. So it's your forum. It's all your right, your authority. So I need more from you, less from me, right? Okay, tell.
Ma'am, I thought of different online platforms such as Amazon, Flipkart, and all that because, like, if imagine we live in a remote area or a suburban area, not a fully urban or developed area, so that helps many people to get the opportunities and have different products. Either it can be clothes, either it can be any basic necessities that is not available in their local like markets and all that.
Okay, very good. Next. Who would be the next? नेत क्यों हम मुस्कुरा रहे हैं इतना सुबह सुबह क्या हो गया
Now I'm thinking what to tell. Like basically, I'm thought of two companies, Reliance and Tata.
okay
Like they
very
are the
nice
most, they have the most captured the market in our country and have the key role in everything. They are in every field, like in platforms also, like in dairy products, every type of household products they are impacting. Digital products also, like they have the impact.
okay
If they
good
were not in our country, so it would be a type of difficult for us.
it would be difficult without living them right so very nice good everything you just thought of right now right Ananya and Nehit so similarly someone of your age once had no idea it would exist that this product, this company would be existing or this application would be existing. So that's the power of an entrepreneurial mindset to come up with then that great idea. So let's start why we are here, why we need to create that mindset, why we need to get into that. So, are you even aware that we have here a very jaw-dropping fact that 87% of the companies which were listed in the Fortune 500 in 1955 no longer exist today, and they were once at Fortune 500. So they didn't just get smaller or they just disappeared. For example, IBM, General Motors, or Sears. So companies people thought were invincible so we just need to know that why? Because the world changed and they didn't change that time. So the world doesn't reward companies that stand still, but it rewards to only those companies who keep asking that what's next? What's next? So that should be the question in our mind also that what's next? Okay, then again, let's have one quick session. Can anyone name one company from your parents' generation that no longer exists today or it is still struggling? Surya,
मैम नोकिया और मोटोरोला
very nice. Nokia, Motorola. One more candidate I need to know. Vidhi, unmute yourself. You're not
Am I
audible.
audible?
Yes, you are.
Actually, at that time, there was a car ambassador, which is now, discarded now.
Yes. So why they got discarded? What happened to Nokia? What happened to Ambassador? So they didn't made any changes according to the generation requirement. That was the reason, right? So we need to move next. Now, what happens? The lifespan that we need to see. So, in the 1920s, a successful company could expect to dominate the market for 67 years. But today, the average is just 15 years. Whatever the business we are building, it would be average 15 years if we are moving or if we are working according to the generations or even if we are evolving them. So, in your lifetime, you will see that entire industries born and die. So think about BlackBerry. We can think BlackBerry phone आया था, right? Think about Kodak company. So they were giants, big companies with big name, and every household owns them that time. But today, they are just case studies, right? And what happens when you stop innovating anything? People don't require that. So the companies that survive are the ones that never stop asking, why not us? Why not now? So that we need to think in our mind as well as entrepreneurs. That mindset needs to be evolved according to the new era. What would be the requirement? What would be the same, right? So moving to next slide. So the world of disruption. So why the disruption? What is the law of disruption? That we need to know. So technology doesn't improve slowly. Yes, do you agree with that? Any emojis? Okay, we have Rakshit. Good. So they don't improve slowly, they explode in actually. So while we change gradually, picking one new habit at a time. So technology doubles, triples, or even we can say multiplies. So this gap between how slowly we adapt and how fast technology grows, that is called the law of disruption that we need to know. Think about how your grandparents used to make phone calls. उस टाइम क्या होता था that STD booths were there, right? Then after that, through that STD booths, we came to the landlines at home. Then after landlines, the Nokia phones were evolved. After Nokia's, what happened? The touch screens came at our places, right? And then 5G. So all of that happened in about 30 years itself. So the next 10 years will be even more faster, what we are thinking now. So that mindset we need to create, that what evolution we need to do. So now moving to next, that how industries get disrupted. कैसे disrupt हो जाती है? So here I have a counterintuitive truth that disruption doesn't begin at the top, but it begins at the edges. Edges हमारे small होना start हो जाते हैं, like small companies with niche products. What are niche products? Niche products. Surya,
Surya, you are not audible.
Hello.
yeah,
Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. What are you asked?
because your mind was somewhere else. That's why I asked you. What are we chewing early in the morning? Chewing gum? चुप रहे? क्या हो गया? I can sense my students, their mind is not here.
Sorry,
My
ma'am.
no issues. My question is, what are niche products?
I don't know, ma'am.
You don't know? Okay, good. It's fine. Mehit,
Ma'am, yes, I also exactly don't know, but I can try. The thing is, niche products are the products which are based on any specific field or specific criteria that products are launching.
okay, Vidhi,
Maybe niche product is made for particular group of people, or maybe something like that. Actually, I don't know the actual thing.
that's why we are here. It's okay. Ananya, Ananya, what are niche products? You're not audible, Ananya.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, yes, you are audible.
Hello. Ma'am, maybe the things like the basic necessities that are required to make a product, that are the niche product of that thing.
Yes, when the niche products are those products in a business or we can say in a company that caters to a specific audience, right? So those are niche products. For example, they have some shared interest or some characteristics or even the qualities of those products. So these businesses only offer more focused than most of the other position products. So those are the niche products. So that is the reason. So what we was talking about, that how the industries get disrupted. So then what happened, that emerging customer segment that big companies always ignore because they seem to be very small. we can just like talk about the Uber. Uber didn't start by attacking the entire taxi industry, but it started by letting a few people in San Francisco request black cards on their phone. That was one example. Second, the Paytm, how it entered. So Paytm didn't start by replacing the banks itself. It started with mobile recharges. So that was the small idea they came up. So by the time established player noticed, it was too late for them. So they started with small fragmented markets, and then they came up with a bigger picture, right? So now I need to ask, can you guys think of any one local business or shop that might get disrupted by an app in the next 5 years?
Ma'am, general stores.
Yes, general stores, they can. And or one more answer. No answer is a wrong answer. Make it clear. Be vocal. I just want that.
Ma'am, maybe vegetable shops also.
Yes, the groceries, the vegetable stores also, right? Because आजकल क्या होता है, we have blanket. Mama, Papa, we need to eat this. So we will just blink it, and in 10 minutes we get fruits, fresh vegetables. So that could be the two ideas, right? So they can, that local business can extinct, right? So that we need to think. In that way, we need to think that what will happen after 10 years. अभी का requirement नहीं देखना है हमें देखना है after the 10 years or 5 years, what would be the thing which would be evolving more? Like yesterday only, I just saw, okay, from that thing, who all have already created their LinkedIn accounts? Nihit has done, Vidhi has done, Rakshit, yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Ananya, Surya, fine. Just post in the group so that I can just Mohit done. Very nice, very nice. So just send your LinkedIn ID or that so that I can just go through it and just review it, the basic thing. Fine, good. So yesterday only I was seeing that one new startup has came right in Delhi, that they are providing a person for shopping assistant. So that person is going to charge 145 rupees per hour, and he or she is going to carry our bags. So that is a great idea, right? Because sometimes what happen, we don't mind paying 149 rupees per hour that someone else can carry my bags. So we are fine with that. So that's an amazing idea. People require that, right? Am I right? So अब हमने LinkedIn account create कर लिया है. We all must have already posted our first post on LinkedIn. Now start connecting with people. Start making requests to others. Start connecting in your own zones. If you want to connect entrepreneurs, you want to become leaders. So first thing would be, what would be the first thing? Send request to Twinkle ma'am. Take her LinkedIn ID. Fine, because she is an entrepreneur. Connect with her. See what she is doing, how she is doing. So that would be first thing. Second would be, what are the key areas of startup industry? What are some pages startup industries are having? What is going on? Second thing that you need to do. Okay, coming back to our motto, how to become entrepreneurs. So that we need to think. Now what happens? Only 37% of people feel that their organization is truly innovative, but still we have a number with studies that 79% say they would feel motivated in an innovative work environment only. So that's a massive gap between 37% to 79%. So what that tells us is this, that most people want to innovate. We all want to innovate, but they want to create, but they are either not given the chance, or they don't believe that they have the tools which would be accelerating their skills. So that is the lackness, that is the gap between our mindset. So today we are going to fix that gap also. We all can create something. So that we need to know that how, what are the skills, how we are going to become the entrepreneurs. So for that, we need to go ahead through the innovation sequence. So innovation is just not random, we can say, because it always follows a sequence. How the sequence is followed? You notice a change in the world. You ask, what if, what not, why? So you build something very small. You start testing it. After testing, you learn something, right? And once you learn, once you get the feedback, you suddenly improve that thing. So we'll come back to the sequence at the end because it's called the lean cycle. I'll give a problem to you guys where you would be working on this lean cycle. That would be the innovation sequence we would be following. Moving ahead. So if we talk about the mobile, social media, cameras, sensors, cloud, and data. So these 6 technologies are reshaping every industry. And $36 trillion in stock market value is up for grabs. And that's not just a number for billionaires we should know, but that's a number for problem solvers. So the question isn't that will these things change, but the question should be that will you be the one changing them? That we need to know that whether Ananya, whether Vidhi, whether Nehit would be the one person who would be changing the technology. So that we need to think. Okay, so now what I need to ask you guys that this would be a 2-minute disruption radar exercise. Fine. So what we need to do, we would be doing it individually. First, my instruction would be you need to write down one thing you do every day that involves a middleman. Now, who would be a middleman? That would be either example would be the buying grocery, calling a tutor, or paying for something. So you guys need to write one thing you do every day and which is involving a middleman. Second instruction would be written on page. Yes? Okay. Now, second, what you need to do? You need to write what if there was an app that removed that middleman? What could be that app? Done? Now, I just want you guys to make or share here itself. For example, let's have, I don't know whether other students are interested to have the session or not, because if I'm not able to see you guys, we're not learning anything. Karthik, Mohit, Harsh, Aryan, Pritam, good morning. Priyanshu, Rakshit, Samarthya, Surya.
Good morning, ma'am.
Hanji. Okay, so if you guys have written, now I just need Aditya, are you there? Aditya Gupta.
Yes.
Yes, kindly let me know what you have mentioned. Aditya, we cannot hear you. Unmute yourself. प्रीतम,
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ जी बताइए what you have written on your piece of paper.
कल मैम अभी ज्वाइन किया कुछ देर पहले।
Very good. Vidhi, Ananya, you guys share.
Ma'am, I wrote a very basic thing, that is waking up in the morning. Like for example, as a hostel, we need our warden to wake us up. So the thing that replaces that middleman, or we can take the example warden, is the alarms that we have. Like if we want to wake up anytime, we can't disturb her, na, ki please wake her up at 5 a.m. because I want to take shower and all that. So I think alarm as an app or as a manual thing also is a very basic thing that replaces the middleman and the gap.
Okay, good. Rakshit?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I have written like in agriculture, like farmers from we get our vegetables through farmers, and there is a middleman between them. So we can eliminate that middleman and directly purchase from the farmers through an app.
Yes, and already the app is there. Are we aware for that?
Not certain.
Search it. Whenever we have this thing ना कि हमें नहीं पता है, so we should make our mobiles also learn, right? मोबाइल को भी लर्न करवाओ, उसके हिस्ट्री में भी डाल दो, अपने माइंड में भी लर्न होगा और मोबाइल को भी लर्न होगा. So make your devices also learn the things. प्रीतम, अच्छा आपको तो पता ही नहीं है. विधि?
Yes, ma'am. I have taken an example that when we book a cab using apps like Uber, Ola, it requires a middleman which connects the passenger to driver. But we can eliminate this middleman by using a direct ride sharing app where we could connect the passengers and driver without charging any high commission rates. That's it.
So that we can develop, right? That idea
Yes, ma'am.
could be developed. Very nice.
Yes.
Nihit?
Basic I don't have, but the basic thing I do normally is ordering stuffs or any product. And we don't connect, like we use Amazon basic, Amazon, Flipkart, but they are type of a middleman, and they are taking their commission. We can directly supply my, like we can make an app that which connect directly to the supplier or the producer. No middleman, no retailer or anything.
Already we have that. Search, right? Search. But I'm very happy that, see, you guys have already started thinking. थोड़ा सा तो हम start किया ना सोचना. Very nice. Happy. Let's clap for ourselves. Good. इससे क्या होता है? Clapping से क्या होता है? We get motivated? Do we? I to get motivated if someone will clap for me. Okay. So moving ahead, what we need to know. Wait. Yeah. So we have already talked about the slide. Let me take you to the another one. Okay. So what we need to know further is that why this might work versus why this might fail. The mindset. Mind में ऐसे ही आता है ना कि अच्छा चलो कुछ start करते हैं. अरे नहीं, अगर नहीं हुआ तो then what will happen? So the entrepreneurial mindset isn't very optimism. So it's all about thinking everything we will work. And even it's the ability to hold our two thoughts at the same time. Mind में दोनों आएगा. हुआ तो, नहीं हुआ तो, क्या हुआ, गलत हो गया, लोग क्या कहेंगे, मॉम डैड क्या बोलेंगे, मेरी इन्वेस्टमेंट्स लग जाएंगी, कैसे, मेरे पास टाइम नहीं है. So here why this might work and here's why this might fall, so that we think come in mind always. But the entrepreneurs who only think positively gets the blindsided, right? Those who only think that failure never start. The magic is we need to think both and still moving forward. ठीक है, हो गया तो क्या हो गया? We can go ahead with another example, right? So that mindset we should always create. So you were always born as an entrepreneur. The word entrepreneur sounds very fancy these days, right? It sounds like some Silicon Valley pitch decks and investors जब भी entrepreneur का हम सुनते हैं. But the root of entrepreneurship is simply this, that The will to create, that I have that will to create. I need to create this product. I need to create this application. So that should be the thing. You don't have to start a company to be entrepreneurial. Teachers who design new ways to explain things, that is also a entrepreneurial. Students who are organizing their school fests differently every year, that is also entrepreneurial, right? Because we are using different minds at that time. The drive to make something better than how you find it, so that's encoded in all of us automatically. So we all are entrepreneurs. So today's session is only about gaining a competitive edge by growing our own abilities and even by expanding our own networks. Whether you build a business or not, but still we need to expand our networks. We need to move ahead. That should be our mindset. So for that, we need to think very small and we need to move fast, because the companies leading the next decade are not the biggest one. It would be, they would be the fastest one. जो जल्दी चलेगा वो जल्दी grow करेगा. So think small means don't wait until your idea is perfect. फाइन, हमें ये नहीं वेट करना कि ओके ठीक है, लेट मी टेस्ट लेट मी टेस्ट लेट मी टेस्ट. ठीक है, इट्स फेल फाइन, वी नीड टू मूव अहेड. सो टेस्ट इज फास्ट विथ test, you need to test it very fast with the real people. Whatever you are developing, first would be your parents itself, उनके साथ टेस्ट कर लो. Second would be your friends, your peer groups, your neighborhoods, your relatives. So we have so many people around us with whom we can test. For example, if we talk about WhatsApp, आज WhatsApp है ना, पहले कुछ टाइम पहले नहीं था WhatsApp. So WhatsApp just started with just group messaging. फिर क्या हुआ? Instagram started with just photo filters. So Notion started as a simple note taking app. सिर्फ हम नोट ही लेते थे Notion ऐप में, ठीक है? So they didn't try to build everything at once. They just started very small. They got feedback and eventually they grew. So we can also start with very small steps, test it, and then come with another part. So that could be the thing. मूविंग नेक्स्ट, सो कल्टिवेटिंग द माइंडसेट. अब माइंडसेट को हम कैसे कल्टिवेट करें? हमने तो सोच लिया कि आइडिया भी है, ये भी है, हमें स्टार्ट भी करना है. अब कल्टिवेट कैसे करेंगे इस माइंड को? सो वेदर यू वर्क फॉर एनी स्टार्टअप, अ लार्ज कंपनी, एन एनजीओ और द गवर्नमेंट, the challenges are the same for everyone. Because why the challenges are same? Because market change, resources are very limited for everyone, and nobody has a perfect map for that. And the only way to navigate this is that to think like a founder. We need to start thinking like a founder. और founder की thinking कैसे होती है? A founder doesn't ask who's going to fix this, right? A founder asks itself that how can I fix this? So that should be the cultivation. That shift in question should be there from who to how. Who नहीं पूछना कौन करेगा, नहीं, how मैं कैसे कर सकूंगा इस चीज को. So that should be our cultivation in our mind. We need to always answer that how I can do, how I can perform, how I can fix. So it would be the entrepreneur mindset starting that we need to keep in our mind. अब ये mind में आता है that why we need this mindset. So let me break it down very simply for you guys, that we make decisions, right, with incomplete information always. Second, resources are never enough for us. What would be the resources? Time नहीं होता हमारे पास, पैसे नहीं है हमारे पास, लोग नहीं है. So what? That we need to see. Mindset अगर होगा ना तो automatically वो answers आना start हो जाएंगे. How? So that would be in your mind. How I can generate time for myself, how I can generate money for myself, how I can get people for myself, for my business. So that would be automatically starting coming. Who karoge to who will get you people, who will get you time, who will get you money? Then that would be a failure note. So it should be how I'll do, I and how. So that should be the thing. And then there are no guarantees of anything. No one will promise you success until or unless we're not starting that I need to do my job in a right manner. So that would be the thing, right? And competition never stops. आज आप लोग यहाँ सेशन ले रहे हो, there would be some other students who would be really developing some app of your age, right? So competition कभी भी stop नहीं होता है. So the moment you stop, someone automatically in the world would be always starting. So, okay, it's fine. This is not scary at all, right? This is the actual reality we need to face. We need to mirror it. And the students who learn to navigate this reality, they are only going to lead the generation. Trust me, guys. So that mindset we need to do. Now we have the toolkit to develop. Now, how we are going to develop. So your competitive advantage comes from combining three things. Now, what would be those three things? How the three things will really work for us? So first would be your assets. Assets क्या होते हैं? What are assets? Vidhi, what are assets?
Assets are those things which can be converted into money or cash in future.
Yes. So first thing would be your assets. That what you are good at. Your assets क्या होंगे? That what you are good at and what you already have, the skills. So that are your assets. Second would be your aspiration. Aspiration, that what you want to achieve. And the third would be the market realities, that what the world actually needs in actual. So most people focus only on assets, but some only chase the aspiration, and entrepreneurs always look at the intersection of all these three parameters. So now I just need to ask that what is one skill you have that others often ask you for help with? आपके पास ऑलरेडी वो स्किल है, दैट एसेट यू ऑलरेडी हैव, बट अभी तक आपके क्लासमेट्स, योर फ्रेंड्स हैव नेवर आस्क्ड यू. Answers, guys.
And can you repeat your question again?
Okay, yes, I'll repeat my question, that I just need to know that what are your assets right now that you are aware till now. आपको पता है कि ये मेरा एसेट है, बट आपके फ्रेंड्स ने अभी तक आपसे कभी वो यूटिलाइजेशन करवाई ही नहीं है उस एसेट की. दे हैव नेवर आस्क्ड फॉर हेल्प. No one can tell. For example, let me give you an example for this. For example, I am very good at making presentation skills, right? But my friends are not aware of the same thing, that she is very good in making presentations. So what will happen? My asset is being underutilized. Once I'll circulate the same thing, okay, now I need to make money. I'll tell in my class that, okay, fine, friends, I am very good at one skill, and that is making presentations. If you guys need my help, let me know. I'll help you. I'll support you. So what will happen? But there are some charges for that. Per presentation, I'll take 100 rupees. Fine. So who will pay for that skills? Your friends will start paying 100 rupees, 100 rupees in 10 students. Automatically 10 presentation I need to make for them, and 10 students are going to pay me. So that would be your first business. And it's just example. So now you guys tell me that what are your assets? हमें हमारे assets के बारे में तो पता होता है ना, that one thing I'm very good at and I can really help people in that. Or people or companies will start paying for me. Freelancers कैसे आए market में? How we are paying to freelancers? Because they had some good skills. Yes, yes, Nate, please go ahead.
Ma'am, the asset which I have, like I have many, like I have learned many skills, like from Corona time I'm learning. So first thing I have coding, I know UX and UX, UI and UX designing, and I have video editing. Some of the friends know like I do everything. I do freelancing usually, but they don't use it, like they don't use my asset till now. So I don't expect.
Okay, so now they are not using your assets. So how you need to build your profile? Already you have skills, right? Now you need to do it the other way around. Start branding it. Start showing it into the market. If your friends are not using, there would be big companies who would really require. So on your LinkedIn page, start mentioning. First, connect people. Second, start proposing it so that you can get utilized. You have this summer internship program, right? You have these summer breaks. So sell your skills. आजकल क्या sell हो रहा है market में? Your skills are getting sell, right? So that you need to start selling. If you're very good, showcase your company, write to 1 or 2 companies, mention them that yes, I'll do it. Either in starting for 1 or 2 months, do it for free. If the companies have a good brand name, then ask for next summer internships or some offers so that they can start giving you work, right? So that way you can start. So business is already there. You already have business. We need to create it. We need to have that mindset. जो अभी हमने पढ़ा अभी तक सारा, तो अगर उसके साथ अलाइन करोगे, so do you think that you can start your own venture now?
Yes, ma'am.
You
I
can?
will.
Yes, very good. I would really love to see you as an entrepreneur. Small steps only we need to take. Vidhi, can you answer? What skills you
Yes,
have?
yes, ma'am. Actually, I'm good in writing, like creative writing. I used to write poems, but ma'am, I'm just scared of posting it whether the people will love or not. That's why I have written lots of poems, but I haven't posted anywhere till now. You know.
Do you know those people who will love or not?
No, ma'am.
You don't know, right? Then what happened? Whether if they'll love, if they'll not love, it hardly matters because you don't know those people. And what we discussed abhi thodi der pehle, it's fine to get failed in anything. What if, चलो ठीक है, one mindset is already there in our mind कि ठीक है लोग नहीं like करेंगे. That we already know कि लोगों को नहीं पसंद आएगा. But
Yes,
now think the other way around. What if people would really start loving it? और movies में कोई poetry का कुछ scene आता है and they ask you, okay, Vidhi, you write for us. Then what will happen?
yes, ma'am.
Yes. So today we'll post one good poem on our LinkedIn account.
Okay, ma'am.
Fine? Yes.
Ma'am.
Yes, please. I cannot see faces. So if I cannot see faces, I cannot connect. Good. Yes,
Ma'am,
Ananya.
I would like to say one thing to Vidhi. You genuinely writes very well and people do like it. So be confident. I read one of her poem and I genuinely love your writing skills. So be confident, yeah. We love.
Thank you, Ananya.
Very nice, Ananya. Very nice. Look, already you have people around you. Your, we can say the customers,
Fan,
right?
we can say fan of your
Yes.
poem.
Thank
So
you, ma'am.
start building,
Thank you,
start
Ananya.
building. Ananya, I would like to know one skill, what you have, what you can offer.
Ma'am, I'm actually very good at art and crafts. So I usually help my friends and anyone who I know. I make their files also, not every time, but I help. Like I genuinely love doing handcraft things and handmade things. So people do ask me for help, and I do love to help them. So the art and craft skills, I guess I have.
Okay, so this summer break, how we are going to utilize it? I was just scrolling Instagram yesterday, and now I can see that people are taking 600 or 700 for one page designing for this. Build your Instagram account, showcase, shoot yourself, start uploading it. अभी हमें क्या मिल रहा है? Zero money. Let's start our venture. Let's do it. If we are that much of creative, I'll be your first customer. Fine. So start
Sure,
doing
ma'am.
it. Okay, anyone else? Or should we continue? No one else? Okay, we'll move ahead. Okay, so now we'll talk about that. The next new thing which happens because we see in our peripheral vision, which is the emerging opportunities, and we can almost feel the change itself. अभी आप तीनों को थोड़ा थोड़ा सा ऐसे मोटिवेशन थोड़ा थोड़ा सा अच्छा अच्छा लग रहा है डिस्कस करके
Yes, ma'am.
है ना लग रहा है ना so
Yes,
this dopamine this is very much required and if we'll start supporting our friends automatically that motivation level goes up and we start doing something new so that next new thing that rarely announces itself loudly it never announces very loudly but it appears quietly. अभी हम सबको आपके normal faces दिख रहे हैं, but अंदर से you guys must be यार आज तो time निकाल के ये तो करना ही करना है हमें, right? So that edge is of your vision. A small trend, a new behavior, something slightly odd that you have noticed while everyone else will look straight ahead only. जिन कैमरा ऑन नहीं किया है वो नॉर्मली बैठे रह जाएंगे एंड तक, but you guys will seriously achieve something. So similarly, Steve Jobs also noticed that people wanted to carry 1,000 songs in their pocket when everyone else thought CD players were just fine. Same Jeff Bezos, have you heard the name Jeff? So he noticed that people wanted to buy books without driving to a store. So that was the idea. Then Reed Hastings, he noticed that the people were frustrated with DVDs, late fees. So all of them were paying attention to the edge. What is the edge of that particular problem? So that we need to think. And how we need to think again? So it begins with a dream. Like every business, every invention, every movement that always starts as a dream in someone's head, that I want to do that thing. So that dream is there in our head. And a dream is not just wishful thinking, but a dream is always a hypothesis, that what if the world worked like this instead of this thing? For example, if we talk about before Airbnb, right, was a $1 billion company. It was two guys renting air mattresses in their apartment to afford the rent. But the dream was very simple for them. What if strangers could stay in real homes instead of hotels? So how that idea shifted to a big business. So that we need to think of, and that mindset. So the idea framework, how the idea framework. So here it's a tool that every entrepreneur really use. Some call it as a canvas, right? Business model canvas. Some call it as an idea frame. So it always gets break your idea into 9 different components. Now, what are the 9 different components? First would be the product. Product would be that what exactly you are going to offer. Your skill, your poetry, your art and craft page. So what you are going to offer. That would be the product. We need to mention it. Second would be your customers. Who exactly is it for? Who are my segment audience? Either it would be corporates, either it would be moms, either it would be the movies, either it would be some song script, right? So that we need to define very nicely to in the customer second segment. Third would be the distribution stage. That how will they find you? अब उन लोगों को कैसे पता चलेगा अनन्या विदे निहित is there? So we need to
Dr.
find that.
Samriti,
Yes.
yeah, sorry to disturb you. Is your PPT changing?
Yes, yes.
No,
Can
it's there only on the first slide itself.
is it?
I thought you were explaining the first slide only.
No, that's why I asked in starting itself. Let me.
It was there on the first slide. Then I thought, yeah, you were explaining things. That's why.
Oh. Is it now?
Yeah, now it's changing.
Okay.
Can you go through just
I'll just showcase them once
yeah,
again.
please.
So we started with the 500 Fortune companies and how they went out, right? Then the Forbes study, that 67 years in 1920s and 15 years today, that how they see the future. Then we read about the law of disruption, right? That according to technology, as technology is improving, we also need to exponentially grow. After that, we just discussed about how the industries really face the disruption, right? And why this happened, why the industry edge needs to be there. Further, we discussed about that only 37% of individuals think that they are innovating, but what happened about 67%? So there is a gap. That gap needs to be defined and that gap needs to be built. After that, how we get motivated, how the innovation really works. Then we discussed about the innovation sequence. That would be the lean cycle. This we would be discussing in the last, and even we have an activity for the same. After that, we discussed about mobile, social, media, camera, sensors, how they were there in market. But after reimagination, what happened to these places in actual? Then in entrepreneurial mindset, we have two mindsets, right? One would be the fail, one would be the work. So we need to always think of work. Fail to हमें पता ही है, ठीक है, it's fine. We need to still go ahead. Next, we had that we need to expand our network, we need to grow our business, and we need to have a competitive edge. Everyone is already an entrepreneur because we already have those skills in our mind. Now, how to grow? We need to think very small steps, small initiatives need to be taken, but in a faster way, in a faster mode set. So that would be the thing. And then how we would be having a mindset. So this we discussed. Then why do we need an entrepreneur mindset? Because sometimes what happen, there is already competition, there is a market, there are life cycles, there are limited resources, the assets, but we need to come into that who, say, how, fine. And then we discussed about the toolkit where we had three things: our assets, our market realities, and our aspirations. How these three things really get combined, and we need to work according to these three things, and how we need to get how I need to bring these three things in my behavior, my mind. Then we discussed about the next new things which happen. We see the peripheral vision. A peripheral vision kaise aata hai? Which we have already discussed when Ananya, Nehit and Vidhi got that motivational kick, that dopamine kick in themselves. So that is a vision. Okay, yes, we can create, we will be doing it. Further, the next new thing that begins with always with a dream. We discussed the example of Steve Jobs, right? We discussed with the apps, different, and Jeff Becken, the DVD players, the Notion, so different apps. So it always start with dreams, Airbnb, right? Then now we are talking about this business model canvas. So we have, now are we clear? Guys, start talking. If I do so much of mehnat for making the slides for you guys, and if you are not able to see, then all my work
They
is
actually they have
vanished.
seen together now, so that's why they are taking time to take it. Things. That's
आस्क ट्विंकल मैम, हम लोगों को कितनी मेहनत लगती है बनाने में.
I do understand that. Nene, kids are enjoying. I can see Neat face smiling on the whole webinar session. He was smiling. Even Ananya, Vidhi, yeah, they are taking. Rakshit also, they are taking interest in things.
Now you can see this BMC, business model canvas, right? Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
so we were talking that it has different 9 parameters. Every person who need to build the business, so they go through these parameters, fine. So first was the product that we discussed, second was the customer, and third was the distribution. Fourth, we'll talk about the parameter that is the intimacy. That what is intimacy? That how you make them loyal to you. अब loyalty कैसे earn करोगे उनकी? So that we need to think either by giving some offers, either by giving the quality service, either by reaching out to them. So that thing we need to think कि एक personal touch point मैं अपने customer को कैसे दूंगा. Next, coming to next, that is the fifth part is key ingredients. That key ingredients would be that what do you need to make this work? अब क्या क्या हमें काम करने पड़ेंगे? Who has seen that Powerpuff Girls cartoon? नहीं? Oh God. Okay. Okay. Ananya, you have seen. तो वो कैसे डॉक्टर कैसे बनाता है वो 3 गर्ल्स को? With some combination, some ingredients, right? So those ingredients we also require here for making our business to slurp, to grow. So those ingredients we need to think very wisely. Next, sixth part is the partners. So who else is going to help you deliver this? Either me individually or either I need one partner. For example, if I am making any electronic gadget, so I need a coding person, I need a engineer person, right? So 2 people going ahead together. But if I can make by my own, so individual, I can deliver my things. So that we need to think. Seventh is the essential recipe. That would be what's your unique method? How you are different from others? What is your USP? So that we need to add. After that, by these all, we'll come to cost model. That what does it cost you to run this? What would be the final pricing? For example, I am doing art and craft. मुझे that paper comes for 10 rupees. Caesar का cost मैंने पहले लगा लिया. Then I would be requiring some glue sticks, some glitters, some more accessories on that. The total cost is 100. And then me giving time per hour for making this, that would be my time would be that I need to see. Okay, it would be 200. So total would be 300 cost. But अब मैं delivery भी कराऊंगी, what would be that charges? Fine. That I'll keep it. Okay, so in 500, because अब मुझे margins भी रखने हैं, profit margin should also be there ना. So I'll start selling this particular one kit on 500 rupees, जिससे मेरा revenue earn हो जाए. Because in the end, what we need to see, cost model के बाद the revenue, that how do you make that money? So this is the BMC model we all need to create. Take a screenshot of the same and you can start working on the same. And you don't need answers to all 9 right away, but asking all 9 prevents you from building something nobody will pay for. So that would be the thing. Moving ahead, so the 7 core business model types क्या रहते हैं हमारे पास? First is subscriptions could be there, then marketplace, some would be the freemiums, which gives on free, then the product sales, servicing, licensing, and platform. For example, Zomato is a marketplace. It comes in a marketplace. Netflix is a on subscription base. LinkedIn is a freemium category. Free में हम provide करते हैं, but if you need to take the upper version, you need to charge. WhatsApp is a free space, right? So until Meta need some of your data. So whenever you are building an idea, ask which of the 7 does mine fit, and that shapes everything. Good. Now I have this activity for you all, that what you need to do. What we need to do, that you all need to pick a common campus or a daily life issue. Fine. And now you need to map that particular campus issue or daily life issue with a problem statement and the purpose, and one assumption you need to provide. Good? We understood? And this I'll be giving you as a homework because we are already running out of time and I need to give you more insights. So you all would be submitting this to me. And we can have a group chat and we'll be discussing there. Fine. So this you all got this thing. Fine. Moving ahead. Now second toolkit की हम बात कर रहे थे. Second toolkit का idea क्या है हमारे पास? That we need to adapt, network and decide now. So plan to adapt the ABZ method. So what is plan A? Plan A, that what you're doing right now based on your best current goals or your guesses, right? Plan B would be that what you'll do if plan A requires some sort of adjustment. Plan A fail हो गए, movies में देखते ना, plan A तो ये है, अगर A में हम stuck हो गए तो what would be our plan B? We need to make that plan B. And plan Z would be your fallback, your safety net, we can say, or either the worst case I can live with. So these 3 categories we should always be into that. And most students think that entrepreneurship means betting everything on one plan. But that's not true. The smartest entrepreneurs have multiple plans running simultaneously because they are not afraid to pivot because they always have a plan B. Similarly, we need to have 3 plans, plan A, plan B and plan Z. अगर कुछ भी नहीं हुआ तो क्या हो जाएगा? ठीक है? So that safety net should be there. Now moving ahead. So the business journey. So there is no straight line for any business journey. So if you have ever played a video game, you know, the map looks simple at the start. बहुत easy लगता है कि हाँ ये तो हो जाएगा. But when we ever start that journey, that is full of detours, some dead ends we get, and some surprises are also there. So business is similarly like that game itself. Most companies are off by 10 degrees from their original direction. And that's fine because Most competitors are off too. So the one who succeed are the ones who notice that particular gap and close it very faster. For example, let's talk about Infosys. Infosys started as a company which started selling some software to US clients. And today it's a global IT consulting giant. They didn't plan all of that, but they started adapting that what market require, what the most of the big companies require. So what they did, they closed that gap. So that also we need to do. Next point is build your professional network. Now, how we are going to build our professional network? So we need to start connecting with people who are of our same mindset. Fine. So we need to start connecting. We need to start sending them requests. We need to start reading them and start posting every day on LinkedIn. आप लोगों को बहुत अच्छा अपॉर्चुनिटी है. स्टार्ट पोस्टिंग, स्टार्ट टैगिंग, स्टार्ट यूटिलाइजिंग योर लिंक्डइन. फ्रीमियम ही है ना, फ्री में है ना आपके पास स्पेस, तो start and run your business. So I need one student, Rakshit. Yes. Okay, Rakshit,
Yes, ma'am.
just introduce yourself. Fine. You need to introduce
Yes, ma'am.
yourself. And now you need to tell one skill you have. And I need a 90-second pitch. Nehit, timer from your end. Once you start, 90 seconds only. You need to
Yes, ma'am.
introduce yourself and one skill you have, how you're going to pitch that skill in 90 seconds. Nehit, let me know once you start. Unmute yourself, Nehit. You need to tell Rakshit directly.
Okay, it's
Shall I start?
yeah, you can.
Uh, So, good afternoon, ma'am. I am Rakshit, and I am a grade 12 student in Sunbeam Sun City, and I am currently pursuing PCM. And one skill is that I am very good with academics, and I can help students and my peers to help understand a topic that which they do not understand, or I can also generate some edits, and I can use AI very much. For example, if you see, uh, I can't. Uh, I am stucking here a bit. Mm, Like for example, mm,
Nehit, what's the time?
From 1 minute.
Are Baba, you have to stop him at 90 seconds. What kind of shark you are? वो पीछे करता रहेगा अपने आप को.
From 60 seconds only.
90 sec. अच्छा, you told 60 seconds or 1 minute? 1 minute ना, हाँ 90 seconds. अच्छा, it's fine, fine, fine. Sorry. Okay, 1 minute में you have
so
after this like 90 seconds में you have to stop him. Sharks कैसे
ma'am,
करते हैं? How many of us see that Shark Tank? देखते हैं ना? ठीक है. Okay, fine. Let's we have
Samarthya. Yeah, Samarthya, you want to say something? You have raised your hands. Okay. No problem.
okay. Let's do the reversal of the role. Rakshit, you have
yes, ma'am.
now you will give him 60 seconds and he need to
Okay,
pitch himself.
okay,
And Ananya, you would be very bad shark. You need to grill Nihit.
You are the
What I
judge.
have to
Yeah,
do?
mother, she's the judge.
Yes, yes. She'll
Okay.
have questions from Nihit.
Ananya and Vidhi, both of them.
Yes, fine. Let's do that, please.
Yeah.
We can interrupt in the middle or like
No,
we
no.
have to
After
interrupt
60
at the end.
seconds at the
After
end.
let him say, then you can start.
Sure.
okay. You can start, Nate.
Good morning and Jai Hind, everyone. This is Mihir, and my idea and my startup is basically stickers we can apply in our luggages. They are basically travel luggages. If we travel, we can apply that stickers on our luggages. They are of full size. They can protect our luggages from scratches, any type of water, any type in like rain and any type of dirt. We can protect from it. It is easy to apply, easy to peel off. and its starting prices are from 199 to if we go with collective collections, they are for 499 and 699, and that's it.
Mm. Yes, 60 seconds to go.
Okay, very nice try. Ananya and Vidhi, ask him one or two good questions.
Okay. What's the one thing about your product that makes your product unique than the others? Because we know that, like in today time, there are many companies who are providing the same things that you are thinking of, like in a similar way, not the same thing. But what makes your product like unique than others? That will make the others to buy your product instead of others.
First thing, they are not they are not stickers like which I'm making, like I'm searching of. The stickers are basically you can apply it on your full luggage, like fully proper, you can cover it. And if you're talking about today's company, they are giving us skin, like we giving on luggages, like with skin. They are permanent one, but we are temporary one. Like we can change after one travel or one journey, you can change it.
Vidhi,
Ma'am, may I ask now?
yes,
Uh,
yes, go ahead.
Actually, most of the people don't know about like the sticker concept for the luggages. So what will be your USP? Like what how will you convince the customer? How will your idea can reach the customer so that they can know about your product, you know?
The first thing is advertisement, and I can say the influence also. Like if the famous people are using it and doing a popularity of my stickers, so they can adapt themselves. And today's generation are full of customizable. Like they love personalized things, they love to personalize their things. So I can do that.
Okay, good. And Twinkle ma'am is already asking, are we done? But no, we are not done. I have so much to deliver and so much to discuss with you guys. Let's move ahead. How much time do we have, ma'am? I know the
How much
session.
time you need? You tell me.
I to need full day with
Because
my
I think
kids.
that students have the short spend time, na, so
Uh-huh.
they will be able to take everything what you are telling them.
I know. So what we can do, let me just move.
If we will be having a more session of this category, so I want to let them digest all the things which you have told them.
I know, I know. Okay, no issues. What we can do? Mm,
We can, one of you have 5 to 10 minutes. If you
10
want, we
minutes.
can.
Give me 10 minutes. है ना?
Okay.
And
Okay.
then we'll just quickly wrap up.
Because
So,
you are in the group now, so you can give them activities or whatever you want. You
yes.
can do that.
Fine. Okay, so moving ahead now, we know that what would be the third toolkit that we need to build real and long-lasting relationships, right? It would be very powerful. We really need to build those things in the mind. Next, moving to that, what would be the build and manage your professional network? So how we are going to build and manage? कैसे build और manage करेंगे? By showing trust, by motivating, by supporting each other. And the fourth is that we need to start evaluating our own idea, our own product, or the services we are going to deliver. Fine. Whatever the thing would be, we need to make a chart of the same thing. For example, this we can skip. This was the value creation. That is a formula. That is the hello formula. You guys can just go through it once. ठीक है मोबाइल से एक बार चेक कर लो एंड इफ any one of you have a confusion then I'll explain them, but for the time being I am just skipping it. There are some calculations. Okay, this the last thing, the entrepreneurial process which we discussed at the lean cycle. So how the lean cycle in actually work, we really need to identify one problem first, After identifying that problem, what we need to do? We need to validate that assumption. So identification of that problem would be very specific. Be very specific, not vague. It should not wander here and there. It should be very specific problem. Second, validate assumption. अब assumption को validate कैसे करवाते हैं? For example, I am thinking, okay, I have one assumption that this smart board will be really workable. But how workable? We really need to ask some 10 real people. But don't ask your family members because मम्मा पापा के तो आप बहुत प्यारे बच्चे हो, है ना? तो वो तो कहेंगे very nice, very nice. No, don't go to them directly. Ask your neighborhoods, ask your friends who are really very your true friends that they are going to validate your assumption. I am thinking of this idea. Tell me honestly your feedback, how it would be. So minimum 10 people we need to ask. Third would be the build a minimum viable solution. Now, what would be a viable solution? The simplest version that works in a market that needs to be built. Fourth would be get feedback. We really need to take feedback. That is known as taking the criticism in a positive manner. Criticism अगर आज हम ले लेंगे तो in future हमें पता रहेगा कि what are the misconceptions already we had in our mind of our product. उसको हम रेक्टिफाई कर सकते हैं. सो इट्स ओके. विधि आपके माइंड में आ रहा है, आप नहीं अच्छा लिखते हो, फाइन, इट्स ओके. टेक दैट क्रिटिसिज्म. ठीक है अनन्या, टेक दैट क्रिटिसिज्म. निहित, रक्षित, वी नीड टू टेक इट बिकॉज उसी से तो हमें पता चलेगा ओके दिस वाज आवर गैप एरिया. विल इम्प्रूव इट, विल कम विद अ बेटर वर्जन ऑफ आर्ट्स, राइट? फिफ्थ इज वी नीड टू iterate. That would be change the direction based on evidence, but not ego. Don't make yourself very egoistic in that. And the sixth part would be repeat. That would be forever. Hamesha rahega. Hamesha we need to then come again to point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then again on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that would be. So this is not just a startup framework, but this is a life framework for you guys also. Use it for every project, every decision, and every goal in your life you make. Fine. So I just want you guys to leave with these 3 things you can do this week, not someday, but it would be this week itself, right? Now we are already on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sundays would be like off. So write down one problem you see every day that nobody has solved well. That would be first part. Second, talk to one person outside your usual friend group about that idea. ठीक है, discuss करो. And the third would be Google one startup that is solving a problem similar to your problem which you have thought of and learn from that. So what will happen? Then you are the most connected, most informed, most resource generation of young people India has ever produced, right? So this question is not whether you have what it takes, but the question would be that whether you will decide to use it. So that we need to really think upon. So you guys want I should share 1 or 2 exercises or activities with you guys to do?
You can share in the group, Dr. Samriti.
Sure, I'll share
Yeah.
exercises in group. That's all from my end. Thank you so much for being so lovely, so kind, and be responsive people for me. That's all, ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Smriti. Thank you, everyone. And be curious and be ready to learn new things. This is the main funda of the life. If you are not active, curious, you won't move ahead. Now, जैसे निहित, विधि, अनन्या, रक्षित, they are at least switching on their cameras, ready to learn, listen to the mentor. This is the thing why this internship is happening with the Skillveda. And Nihit is a good child, always smiling. Same with Vidhi, same with Ananya. Rakshit is also there. Be like this.
इससे हमें भी मजा आता है इंटरेक्ट करेंगे.
Well, we get motivation कि we are doing something good. Otherwise, sitting cameras off, nobody is responding. It's really boring for you also and for us also. Thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you, Dr. Smriti, for your time and efforts. And definitely we will be sharing some activities in the group. You have, and Dr. Samriti is there. If you want to ask anything, please ask in the group. Don't parishan her by messaging him separately.
नहीं, I am okay, ma'am. Message me separately, take feedbacks. till
नो
one or
एक्चुअली क्या है
two.
ना, मे बी डॉक्टर स्मृति एक प्रॉब्लम जो एक की है वो हो सकता है वो दूसरे की भी हो,
हाँ,
तो इट्स
हाँ.
बेटर ना दे कैन शेयर इन द ग्रुप so that you can reply them in one go.
And first thing, LinkedIn accounts, guys, send me so that we can just verify it. और
Yeah.
आज मैम को रिक्वेस्ट भेजो. She is an
ये
entrepreneur itself. Take feedbacks, learn
just
from her.
start opening your LinkedIn, because this is the first thing which we have told in the group also, and Dr. Samriti has mentioned, you have sent some message, please send that message in the group also, business and entrepreneurship. Okay, Nihit, okay, Vidhi, is it fine? You can ask anything at any time in the group is open for all. Thank you everyone
Okay.
for joining us. Thank you, Dr. Smriti.
Okay, ma'am. Yeah. Have a nice day. Enjoy. Bye.
Same to you.